I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Tonight's the night. Big old show. Woo! Are you ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. You're funny. You know, funny is that's everybody says you're funny, Jess. You're funny. You're a really funny girl. And it's true. I've been overcompensating with it for years. Funny. If you're not funny, Jess, if they're always going to laugh at you and not with you, huh? A lot of people just said they were interested in the event. No way people will actually show. Don't worry about that. That's just a pre-show ritual I do. To get me hyped up. So thank you so much for Jess Jones. I'm coming tonight. That was very inappropriate. I'm sorry. I thought it would land much better. But it turns out I mixed everything up. So let's just try that again. Thank you, Jess Jones. I'm Muhlenberg. No. No. No, that's all wrong. I'm very nervous. I don't know what I could do to make this better. Maybe you all could take off your clothes. No! Again, that's very inappropriate. Shouldn't have asked you to take off your clothes. Some of you would look great with your clothes off. No! That was highly inappropriate of me again. Thank you guys honestly so much for coming tonight. It really means a lot. Especially my really smart friends. I'm really happy you guys stuck around. Really, but I'm not saying this in a sarcastic way. Like, it's very sweet. I hope you guys do well. What are you studying for? Spanish. Spanish? Oh, buena suerte. As you guys can see, my life is a bit on the shambly side. There's not really one part of it where I'm like, I got that. The most accurate representation of just how messy my life can be is probably my love life. And don't awe. It's a lot like it's a bit of a train wreck. It's like a miscast production of Streetcar Named Desire. Very well-intentioned. By all means should be getting good reviews. But it's just a huge flop. And closes down immediately. Just walk through it with me. Blanche is played by somebody unseemingly fit for the role, like Jennifer Coolidge. The mom from Cinderella Story, Jennifer Coolidge. And she's flirting with Mitch, who is played by, what rhymes with Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. It'll work. And so Jennifer Coolidge is really trying to turn on the hots for Stitch. Ooh, let me just turn on the radio. Wow. Don't worry, I'm a very appealing person. Oh yeah, it's my jam. But it's not her jam, it's Lena Dunham playing Stella's jam. And Lena Dunham just dances her untalented ass off. And then Stanley, played by Aziz Ansari, pops up and is like, Lena, banger, turn that noise off! Okay, I understand that you just did that, but I don't understand why you just did that. You are a menace. You are a drunk. And I really can't stand you right now. Being crushed under your patriarchal thumb is really hitting me very hard. What? Yes, and I realize that given the nature of our relationship in this play, that was probably an inappropriate word choice, but I don't care because I am a woman who stands for women, and all women everywhere should not be made to feel embarrassed in their own home. I'm embarrassed for feeling embarrassed. it off right about now.
Damn, Boo, you talk so much. Kinda cute, though. Get ready, here comes 85 pounds of a streetcar called Swagger.
Stella, watch out! No, Stanley, you did not just come after me. You did not just come after me with your eyes and your face and the way you were observing my body like it was a piece of meat.
That's not what I was doing, I just wanted to smush.
Stanley, honestly, I would think more of you than that. Stanley! I am very disappointed in you, even though my face isn't really showing yet. Come on, Stella, let's go.
Where are you taking my girl?
I'm taking my sister upstairs, dumbass.
Boo, please, come back. Come back so we can smush. Baby, I'm sorry for how I acted. Baby, Stella, Stella.
I want you to know that I'm taking you back, but not because I am a woman who needs to be needed. I am a woman who needs to be wanted. And honestly, this part in the scene is really warranting for me to strip emotionally and literally, so that's what I'm going to do.
No, you don't have to do that, no.
It's too late. It's already happening. And if you try to tell me otherwise, I will call you the sexist pig who ruined my life in my next autobiography.
So you'll take me back?
Yes, but only because I think it's the feminist thing to do. And at this point, Stitch, who I've completely neglected this whole time, would pop out and close the show by screaming something like, "Oh, Halloween's finally! Woo!" Yeah, so you get the idea. I'm kind of all over the place, and constantly using other people to explain how I feel. I'm just not one of those girls, you know, I'm not, and I'm okay with it. I've come to accept that I'm not one of those people that can just instantly look at somebody and be like, "You, let's bang," and they'd be like, "You, viably sexual." That's just not me. Although I do like to fantasize. I like to think I'm the kind of girl that when I'm flirting, like I can pretend at least that I'm like some sexy snow bunny that like is selling hot chocolate at a kiosk. She like speaks in like this really breathy voice, and like everything she says is sexual innuendo, but like you wouldn't know it. Just like touching herself, just like, "Ooh, hello there, handsome." My name's Macy Harding. It's a sex joke. Welcome to the Frosty Mountain Ski Lodge and Resort. It's another sex joke. I'm gonna get for you today. Just a boring little cup of hot chocolate. You sure I can't put anything on that for you? Like whipped cream or some piping hot caramel. Conveniently have some strawberries and champagne in the bag. No, just hot chocolate it is, okay. My, what eyes you have! Don't you go tricking me with those eyes, sir. I've been known to give away one too many free hot chocolate. It's another sex joke. Mister! Don't you know it's rude to ask a woman about her past? But since you asked, no, I didn't always want to be a kiosk girl. I had big dreams to be a star in the movies. But the movie business was oh so hard. I kept getting cast in the same kind of role. I don't know if it had something to do with my voice or my face or my naturally perky breasts. But I kept getting cast as the love interest, and just for once I wanted to be the stocky secondary lead. So then I moved on to porn. To answer your question, no. Yes, I did get lost in this ski lodge and resort while I was filming one of my porn movies, but could you blame me? Everything just looked so nice. I happened to be staring at this very erect statue next to everybody.
everybody. And then the manager found me and he asked me if I was the kind of girl who could make a simple transaction. That's another sex joke. And so I really delivered. So how's about it, handsome? How's that free hot cocoa doing for you?
Yeah, I'm not one of those girls, so I don't trust them. They probably murdered somebody and gotten away with it because they're cute, and I don't trust that. But you know, it is fun to fantasize. I have been working on a more positive body image as one of my New Year's resolutions because I think we can all agree 2016 sucked. Yeah. 2016 was very bad, and like Muhlenberg was sadder than Muhlenberg usually is in 2016. Like the usual like Mule Express line of like, but I'll tell you about it. It's much worse than usual. It's like, I'm not okay. So I've been really working on trying to make my 2017 a little bit better than 2016. And another one of those New Year's resolutions that I've had was to stop using social media to create anxieties about relationships that don't really exist. Seems fair, right? And I was doing very well with it. I was at a party, dancing with a friend, we were really enjoying ourselves, phones were away, and then something kind of weird happened. I was enjoying myself, and then all of a sudden I hear, hey! And I was like, God? And he was like, no, of course not. And I was like, oh, fuck, right, Satan? He was like, no, it's you. And I was like, he was like, sure you don't want to post how much fun you're having on Snapchat? And I was like, no, I don't. But he might notice. And I'm like, no, he doesn't care. Nobody cares about what you put on social media. And he was like, but he might look at it. And then you might see that he looked at it. And then you can think about it for the next 3 weeks. And I was like, sold. And I did. So some resolutions are made to be broken. Have you guys ever tried teaching an adult how to use social media then? Show of hands, like who has?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, right?
Yeah.
It's like, thank you. It's like asking a baby to learn how to do its own like diaper and then getting a toddler to help out when the baby's incompetent. Like the one has only been in the world for slightly longer than the other, but it's like, I know more than you, and then everybody ends up crying. It's a great old time. I happened to try to teach my aunt recently how to use social media, and it went a little something like this. Ew! Come on in. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad. Thank you, Aunt Mary Ann, for having me. Come sit. Oh, you look like you've lost weight. I haven't. Come. I just got this new iPhone, and your uncle says I need to get on the grid, but here I am getting on the grid. I can't for the life of me figure out how to use it, though. I want my old Nokia back. I want to be able to post one of these pictures, one of these nice ones from when your uncle and I went to the Poconos. You see, his lazy eye isn't acting up in here. But I can't quite figure out where to put it. You could put it on Instagram. That's a good place to start out. It's safe. Nothing bad can happen, right? Good. Come on, let's learn how to use Instagram. Where do I start? I could hand you my phone and I could show you. I could take you through my Instagram with that and help you figure out how to. Yes, of course. Let's go. And things are going well. Oh, look at this. Look at this nice photo of you and your sister. Oh, is this the beach? I love the beach! Woo! And then, that age-old thing we can't prevent happens. That photo of you that you never thought an adult would see. It's sweet. And what's that? Oh, is that? Are you? Is this alcohol? Yes, Auntie, it is. I am 21 years old. A bunch of my friends went to the club to celebrate us graduate. The club! Oh, what have I always told you about?
taught you? Always apologize in the presence of men? Alcohol is the river of sin and will never get you a job or a husband because you're a drunkard. Look, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm sure we should just put it away. Not a big deal. Everything's gonna be fine. Please don't freak out anymore. What could possibly be wrong now? You're not even standing up straight. God, you're never going to get a job that way. That's the age-old saying. If you don't stand up straight, you don't look confident, and you'll never get a job because you're a drunkard. So don't ever teach an adult how to use social media. Another one of my New Year's resolutions was to be more assertive. Yeah, start standing up for myself more. Ladies, give me a hoot and holler. It's okay to say no sometimes, right?
Holla!
And gentlemen, this may be a word that's a little different for you guys. You don't hear it as often. No. It's usually a word that's told. Women hear it a little bit more. It usually means you're not allowed to have something, or not today, or in my case, please put your clothes back on. That's not what I meant. I'm not a book. Whatever. So yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more assertive. Stop being such a pushover. However, if any of you guys disagree, please feel free to let me know. I really want to hear anything you have to say. It's totally, like, my bad if that joke offended any of you. Like, I'm really sorry. Please don't get mad. All of this makes me think I'd make a terrible burglar. First of all, I would most definitely get caught in the act. So just picture it like I'm putting things away. I'm very loud. I go to the bathroom at like 3 in the morning and it's like Bigfoot decided to take a walk through Village 3. Yeah. Thank you. Putting things away, I probably trip over something. It's probably my own feet. Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. And then that leads me to points 2 and 3, which would be having to dig myself out of the hole because I get very uncomfortable knowing someone's mad at me. Like Vladimir Putin would be like, "I'm mad at you," and I'd be like, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Vladimir. I'm gonna make that for you. Vladimir, please. I'll do anything." And then I would have to explain like all of the weird shit I had taken from the home. Oh, this honey. This locally grown jar of honey. It's a funny story. One that requires a southern accent for me. You see, I happened to be looking through your pantry because I was a bit hungry, but then I had to go to the bathroom like the Dickens. And I raced on down to the bathroom. And for the love of God, I have a firm belief that if it's a loose number 1, if it's a light number 1, you don't really have to wash. And then I came back in here, saw the locally grown honey, and I said, "What makes this different than my regular store-bought honey, you know?" And I decided to dip a couple of my fingers into it and give it a taste. But then I remembered I didn't wash my hands from the light number 1. And I got very upset with myself because I thought, you can't walk around with honey that had dirty burglar hands in it. So I thought I'd just take it off your hands and you'd think, oh, maybe I ate all of it or something, and go back to the locally grown honey store or artisan shop you got it from. Yeah, oh, and this? Well, that's also a long story. You see, I've been trying to fix my weight, ma'am. And you see, at first it was for gentlemen callers because I thought maybe, and then I thought, no, do this for yourself, girl. And then I got too excited about my weight loss, so I tried my prom dress back on for funsies. And don't ever wear a dress that you haven't worn in 4 years again. I'll tell you right now, it'll ruin your fucking life. So I got so upset, I done threw my gym membership away, and then I ate all my feelings, and I came here and I found your shake weight, and I thought, well, maybe this will be helpful. This isn't a shake weight, ma'am. Well, to be fair, I haven't had much experience in the vibrator department. So
we just not call the cops and save ourselves both the trouble. And then I'd still get arrested and be writing her apology notes for the rest of my life. So, yeah, that's New Year's resolutions are a good thing to keep working on. My mother is here tonight, everyone. Hold your applause. This may be the woman who gave birth to someone who thought it'd be great to throw a one-woman fucking show. Thank you. And she may have kind eyes and dress better than me, but she cannot be trusted with valuable information. I'm sure my mom was backstage at the Oscars like, what if we switch the envelopes? Wouldn't that be fun? She cannot be trusted with valuable information. I learned this the hard way after, you would think after 22 years I would stop telling her personal things, but somehow I just feel like I can trust her. I learned this the hard way while I was working at a restaurant a couple of summers ago as a hostess, and some woman comes up to me and she's like, oh my god, hi, my name is Nora Wiener, and I'm like, who? She's like, hi, I'm Nora Wiener, I'm a patient of your mother's. My mother's a physical therapist. She's not a therapist, a physical therapist. She's like, I'm a patient of your mother. Oh my god, I've heard so much about you. I hear you create quite the little massacre in your undies during your time of month. And I'm like, Nora! This table of four is like, can we please be seated? I'm like, Nora! I'm like, no, Nora, where did you eat? And she's like, well, your mother thought it would be fun for me to tell you. I heard you have a heavy flow. And I'd be like, she cannot be trusted. She cannot be trusted. I had to push her frail, osteoporosis-prone body out of the way one time. She was about to tell my choir teacher at back-to-school night about how much of a dick I thought he was. But to be fair, my choir teacher was a dick. And he had this incredible knack for bringing himself down, but also bringing the whole room down with him. It was really quite a sight to see. Just think like J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, but like without the raw sexual magnetism. Without the backbone. And with Skechers shape-ups. It's really we were cooking with steam in choir class in high school. So a typical classman would go a little something like this. He also had incredibly wide birthing hips. Good afternoon, class. Welcome to 5th period choir. My name is Mr. Arthur. For those of you who don't know me, I was in a little-known band in the 80s called Baggage Claim, But Dreams Die, and now I'm... For the winter concert, we will be learning the timeless classic, as we do every year, Sleigh Ride. Alright, as usual, altos and tenors, you are on this side of the room. Sopranos, fuck me. Don't tell your parents I said fuck. Sopranos and tenors, you're over on this side of the room. I don't care. Altos and basses, you're on this side of the room, okay? So we're gonna go from the first verse. Sopranos and tenors, please sit up straight. Let's hear those sleigh bells ring. Some basses, you guys are on this side of the room. Take a deep breath in through your diaphragm. Very nice. And while they're singing their part of the song, you guys are gonna sing yours. Clip, clop. Something just sickly enjoyable. Alright. So you guys think you can master that all together? Everybody on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Just hear the sleigh bells ring. No! No! That was horrible. Hey, Mr. Arthur? Do you mean like your teaching of that was horrible? Your singing of that was horrible? Or our singing of that was horrible? You're making it quite unclear. Just terrible. really bad. Just go from the bridge, please. Sopranos and tenors, please sit up straight. The rhythm in this section is very important, you guys. I spent a painstaking amount of time on that lesson plan. I really hope you were paying attention. Everybody, please sit up straight. Don't make me ask you. Sit up straight. All right. Your part goes a little something like this. There's a birthday party at the home of the bar. Mercury. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. You really want to accentuate pauses in there because when that's happening, altos and basses, you know your part. This is your favorite part. Beep, 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 beep. Mr. Arthur, you're crazy! You guys think you can do that all together? Yeah. Great. Okay. A 1, a 2, a 3. There's a birthday party. What? No! No, guys, the rhythm is simple, and that wasn't it. That's not the rhythm. That's not the rhythm. It goes like this. There's a birthday. Whoa! No, birthday party. Whoa! God, it's not difficult, guys. It's not rocket science. I don't even want to be a scientist, Dad. I want to be a drummer. Yo, Mr. Arthur, can Pitbury be excused, please? No, we're just gonna go from the final line. Sopranos and tenors, if you don't sit up straight, come on, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather for singing together with you. It's a very long note, stagger breathe if you have to, I don't care. Altos and basses, your part goes, come on, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, together with you. Again, very long note, not as important as theirs though. Alright, you guys think you can do that all together? Yeah. Come on, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather. You are nothing. And so I guess the moral of the story is do something you love with your life, and if it's going to be something you hate, please don't let it involve educating you. So, my New Year's resolutions are really going solid, and I think they're manifesting themselves a lot in this show tonight. Be confident. Feel skinny. Don't tell a room of people you're still a 22-year-old virgin. Fuck! Fuck me, guys. Don't really fuck me, but if someone's willing my number, you want the rest, but you're not gonna have it. Because I have more self-respect than that. You stupid idiot. You made it so far into this show. Oh, God, you stupid celibate idiot. My other New Year's resolution was to be less self-deprecating, but what fucking ever. Makes me think of a time when I was in middle school, and I was hanging out with my friends, Haley and Jen. Jen was just one of those people who, like, she'd say her name, and the heavens would open, and the angels would be like, "Hey, girl!" Flip her beautiful blonde hair over her shoulder, and she'd be like, "Thank you, Angel." So we were walking to like a Rite Aid one day, and Jen's talking about how she has to pick up tampons. And she's like, "Haley, I'm gonna pick up some tampons. Do you want some tampons?" And she's like, "Yeah, I need some tampons." And are you guys comfortable with me saying tampons? And then they're like, "Jess, do you need some?" And I'm like, "Oh." I don't know how to, nah. Jen was like, like, and with her chorus of angels behind her, she was like, "You're never upset. You can insert a tampon." And I was like, she's right. Right, a tampon and a penis are basically the same thing. 13, like it made sense. And so like flash forward about 5 years, and I was like, I need to go to the gynecologist. Mom, this is a story you don't have to tell everyone. I was like, I need to go to the gynecologist because I'm very concerned that something's wrong and I'm not getting checked out. My mom's like, why? She's like, you don't need to. And I'm like, I need to, Mom. I need to. Because I think a part of me just wanted to stick it to Jen. The other part of me wanted to prove to myself that like something can go up there. I went to the gynecologist with like my very embarrassed mother, and sitting behind the counter was the Mr. Arthur of nurses. She was like, "Hello, what can I do for you today?" And like my mom and I are trying to crack jokes, like, "Hey, what's up? Like, we're the Joneses." All right, please put your name, social security number right here. I'll take your insurance card, and then the doctor will see you shortly. We were like, okay. And at this point, I'm starting to get a little nervous. I'm like, I don't know, like, is this like the right thing to do? And my mom's like, look, if you don't cry, I'll buy you a milkshake. And she had multiple incentives to successfully make it through the gyno appointment. And so I'm sitting down with the nurse, and she's asking me questions like, have you had any sexual history in the past 6 months? And I'm like, no. And she's like, have you had any STDs, is there a history of ovarian cancer in your family? And I'm like, no. She's like, why are you here? And I was like, I'm very concerned I have gonorrhea. She's just like the Virgin Mary of gonorrhea. Kind of like narrowed her eyes at me like she was on to me for something, like I was gonna try to steal like condoms that I never use at the end of it. She was like, okay. The doctor will be in shortly. Please put your feet in the stirrups. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like sitting there in like the world's like most demeaning position. Just like picture like a little bit higher. I'm not a dancer. And so the doctor comes in and she's like the antithesis of the nurse. She's like, hi, what's going on? How you doing? And then she figures out that like there's no history of ovarian cancer in my family, like no sexual history in the past 6 months. And she's like, why are you here? And I was like, well, you know, doc, I'm very concerned that I have gonorrhea. And she's like, okay. She pulls out a fucking claw from a vending machine. And I'm thinking like, what have I done? What have I done? And then like Jen and the angels are like, ha ha ha! And I'm like, oh no! Like I like saw the light. All like 20 years of my life flashed before me. I was like, what's my mom telling the nurse? I'm pretty sure like something like barely touched me and I screamed, ah! And I kicked her, and I looked at this woman like she had wronged me, who willingly traipsed into this office. I'm gonna stick a claw. I had to. And I was like, looked at her like still sky high. I was like, maybe you can give yourself a mammogram. And then immediately regretted it. Started sobbing. Realized I wasn't getting the milkshake. Started crying in partner. Realized I was never going to have sex. Started crying. And my mom's walking me out of the once in her life silent. Leaving the place. I just hear. And I look, and sitting there with this smug ass smile on her face is apathetic nurse, like,
I told you so. And the mystery still remains if I have gonorrhea. Thank you guys so much.